Friends, do you know how rich people think and manage money, while others just keep working to survive? Do you also want your hard-earned money to work for you? Not just for today, but to turn your dreams into reality? Today, on Book Samraja, we bring you a step-by-step, chapter-by-chapter summary of one of the world's most famous books by Tony Robbins, Money, Master the Game. A book that can completely transform the way you think about money. In this video, you'll learn how to make your money work for you, instead of just earning and spending. Simple and proven strategies to achieve financial freedom. The 7 simple steps that will help you build long-term wealth. So friends, stay with us and discover how to play the real game of wealth, and find out if you too can master your financial life. Chapter 1. The Mindset of Financial Freedom. Tony Robbins begins this chapter by making one thing very clear. Financial freedom is not just about making money. It's about having choices, control, and security in life. He believes that most people are trapped in fear and anxiety about money, and that fear becomes the biggest obstacle to their financial growth. Key points. 1. Mindset is the biggest factor. Earning or investing money is not just about technical skills. You must first believe that financial freedom is possible for you. Fear and confusion must be removed. If you constantly believe you will fail with money, you will end up making bad financial decisions. 2. The real meaning of financial freedom. Financial freedom doesn't mean just having a lot of money. It truly means having control over your needs and expenses, living stress-free, being able to choose the life you want. Money is just a tool, and your mindset determines how you use it. 3. Financial clarity. Many people get trapped in complex financial products and schemes pushed by financial advisors. Tony says simple rules and consistent habits are the real keys to long-term wealth creation. 4. Empowerment and responsibility. You are the owner of your money. Taking full responsibility for your financial situation is the first step toward growth. 5. Mindset shift example. An average person thinks, I don't have enough money. I can never be rich. Tony says, focus on what you can control. Your saving habits, spending patterns, and investment decisions. That's what will change your future. Lesson. Mindset equals the foundation of financial success. Fear and confusion lead to financial mistakes. To achieve financial freedom, you must empower yourself and stay disciplined. If mindset is the foundation of financial freedom, what comes next? Is it about how to save and invest money in a way that builds long-term wealth? The answer and practical strategies await in the next chapter. Chapter 2. The Power of Saving and Compounding. Tony Robbins explains that the greatest force in wealth creation is compounding when your money grows by itself over time. The earlier you start saving and investing, the sooner you can achieve substantial wealth. Key points. 1. Start early. Start small. Most people think you need a huge amount of money to start investing. Tony says even small amounts, when started early, can create massive results. Example. If you start saving a small amount at age 25 and consistently invest it for just 5 years, by retirement, compounding will multiply it into a huge sum. 2. The power of compounding. Compounding means money makes more money. When you reinvest your interest or returns, your wealth grows exponentially over time. Late starters will need to save much more money to catch up, while early starters gain a huge advantage. 3. Savings rate and consistency. Saving alone isn't enough. You must save consistently and invest it wisely. Tony recommends turning it into a habit, like drinking water every day. Strategy. Save a fixed percentage of your income, e.g. 10% to 20%, every month automatically. 4. First step to financial security. Saving and compounding are not just about wealth growth. They provide financial security. An emergency fund and basic investments reduce stress and help you make better financial decisions. 5. Common mistakes to avoid. Spending money now and delaying savings for later. Thinking small amounts don't matter. Jumping into high-risk, complicated schemes too early. Lesson. Early saving plus compounding equals long-term wealth. Small steps lead to big changes. Consistency and discipline are the keys to financial growth. If saving and compounding grow wealth, the next question is, how do we invest money wisely, choose the right assets, and maintain a safe and growing portfolio? The answer is in the next chapter. Chapter 3. The Secret of Investing. Choosing the right assets. Tony Robbins explains that simply saving money is not enough. You must invest it in the right places. Your investment strategy and asset allocation determine both your financial growth and security. Key points. 1. Asset classes and diversification. Robbins stresses the importance of diversifying your investments. Putting all your money in one place is very risky. Main asset classes: stock/equity, high returns, high risk; bonds/fixed income, safer, moderate growth; cash/liquid funds, safety and emergency use. Diversification equals balance of risk and steady growth. 2. The power of index funds. Tony strongly recommends low-cost index funds for long-term wealth creation. Active funds often charge high fees and fail to beat the market. Index funds simply follow the market and deliver reliable, long-term returns. 3. Asset allocation based on age and risk. Tony's simple rule: the younger you are, the more you should invest in stocks. As you age, increase your bond allocation for safety. Example: age 30 right, pointing arrow 70% stocks, 30% bonds. Age 60 right, pointing arrow 40% stocks, 60% bonds. Stocks equals long-term growth, but short-term risk. Bonds equals safety and stability. 4. Rebalancing your portfolio. Review your portfolio regularly. If one asset grows too much, rebalance it to maintain proper proportion. This keeps risk under control and ensures steady growth. 5. Mistakes to avoid. Investing in high-fee funds blindly. Trying to time the market. Buy low, sell high. Ignoring diversification. Lesson: saving plus compounding plus smart asset allocation equals long-term wealth. Low-cost index funds and a diversified portfolio are safe and effective. Review regularly to keep your portfolio balanced. Now that we understand how to choose the right assets and allocations, the next question is, should we hire a professional financial advisor to grow our portfolio, or can we manage it ourselves? The answer awaits in the next chapter. Chapter 4. Financial Advisors. Take help or do it yourself. In this chapter, Tony Robbins raises an important question. Should we hire a financial advisor to manage our money, or is it better to handle it ourselves? Key points. 1. The pros and cons of financial advisors. Many advisors focus on earning commissions and fees rather than acting in the best interest of clients. High-cost mutual funds and financial products benefit the advisor, not your portfolio. There are trustworthy advisors, but you must learn to identify them. 2. Fee-only advisors. Tony recommends fee-only advisors who charge a fixed fee for their services and don't earn commissions. They give unbiased advice and focus solely on your best interests. 3. The benefits of self-management. Tony believes most people can manage their own money by following simple principles: building saving habits, eliminating debt, investing in low-cost index funds, maintaining proper asset allocation. You don't need an expensive advisor if you understand the basics. 4. When you need an advisor, if your income is complex or comes from multiple sources, if you need expert knowledge like tax or estate planning, if you don't have time to manage your investments yourself. 5. Mistakes to avoid. Blindly buying high-fee products, falling for get-rich-quick schemes, ignoring diversification or long-term planning. Lesson: simple, low-cost investing strategies are the key to wealth creation. If you know the basic rules, you can manage your own investments. Advisors are only necessary if your situation is complex or time-limited. Now that we've understood financial advisors versus self-management, the next question is, should we secure ourselves with insurance? And what type of insurance is truly necessary? The answer lies in the next chapter. Chapter 5. Insurance. Protection or trap? In this chapter, Tony Robbins explains that insurance is an essential part of our financial life, but people often misunderstand it and end up buying products that can harm them financially. Key points. 1. The real purpose of insurance. Insurance is not an investment. Its true purpose is to protect you and your family from major financial shocks, such as serious illness, accidents, sudden death. Insurance is a risk management tool, not a wealth-building tool. 2. The types of insurance you actually need. Health insurance, the most important one to have, so you don't have to fall into debt during medical emergencies. Term life insurance, a must if you are financially responsible for your family. It's inexpensive and provides direct financial protection to your loved ones. Auto insurance, mandatory if you own and drive a car or bike. Homeowners/renters insurance, necessary to protect your home or rented property from damage or loss. 3. Insurance you don't need. Avoid whole life insurance, endowment plans, or investment-linked insurance products. These are very expensive, offer poor returns, and primarily benefit the company and the agent, not the customer. 4. Things to remember when buying insurance. Choose simple and transparent plans. Keep your premium at a level you can comfortably afford. Always read the policy documents carefully before signing. Lesson: insurance is only for protection, not to grow your money. Choosing the right insurance strengthens your financial foundation, while avoiding expensive, unnecessary products is a smart financial move. Now that we understand why insurance is necessary and which type to choose, the next question is, if we've protected our money through the right insurance, what's the easiest and most reliable way to invest it for growth? The answer awaits in the next chapter. Chapter 6. Choosing the right asset allocation. In this chapter, Tony Robbins answers a very important question. How much of our investment portfolio should be in stocks and how much in bonds? This is essentially about deciding your asset allocation. Why asset allocation matters. Everyone's age, risk tolerance, and financial goals are different. Examples: a 25-year-old new investor can afford to take more risks. A 55-year-old nearing retirement would prefer safer investments. Simple thumb rule: the younger you are, the more you should invest in stocks. As you grow older, gradually increase the percentage of bonds. Example allocation: age 30 right pointing arrow 70% stocks, index funds, 30% bonds. Age 60 right pointing arrow 40% stocks, 60% bonds. Why this works? Stocks: higher long-term growth but higher short-term risk. Bonds: lower returns but much safer. Combination creates a balanced and stable portfolio. Author's message: Tony Robbins says, asset allocation is as important to your financial health as diet and exercise are to your physical health. The wrong allocation can put your hard-earned money at unnecessary risk. Now, here's a big question. No matter how well we invest, can we truly build wealth if we're buried under too much debt? We'll find out in the next chapter. Chapter 7. Eliminate debt and avoid credit cards. In this chapter, Tony Robbins reveals a harsh truth. Debt is the biggest enemy of becoming wealthy. Credit card debt, in particular, is like a silent predator that slowly eats away at your earnings. Why debt is dangerous. Credit card companies tempt you with easy EMIs and low initial interest rates, but the reality is brutal. Interest rates on credit cards can be as high as 18% to 30%. Example: if you borrow $1,000 and don't pay it off on time, it can double or triple in just a few years. Tony's advice: 1. Pay off debt as your top priority. 2. Start with credit card debt, since it's the most expensive. 3. Next, tackle personal loans and other debts. 4. Once you are debt-free, your money will finally start working for you. 2 proven debt elimination methods. Debt snowball method. Start with the smallest debt, pay it off quickly. Roll the freed-up money into the next debt. This builds motivation and momentum. Debt avalanche method. Start with the highest interest debt first. Saves the most money in the long run by reducing total interest paid. Both methods work. The key is to stay consistent until all debts are gone. Avoiding the credit card trap. Only use credit cards if you can pay the full bill every month. Never fall for the minimum payment trap. It will keep you in debt forever. Whenever possible, use debit cards or cash for purchases. Once you've eliminated debt, started saving, and begun investing, the next question is, do you need a financial advisor, or can you manage your money by yourself? We'll explore this in the next chapter. Chapter 8. Do you really need a financial advisor? In this chapter, Tony Robbins tackles a crucial question. Should we hire a financial advisor to manage our money, or is self-management better? The reality about financial advisors. Many advisors focus more on their own earnings than your financial growth. They often push mutual funds or insurance products that pay them higher commissions, not necessarily what's best for you. Result: your wealth grows much slower, and you unknowingly lose money over time, when you might actually need an advisor. If you have very high and complex income streams, if you lack deep knowledge of tax planning or estate planning, if you don't have enough time to manage investments yourself. How to choose the right advisor. Always go for a fee-only financial advisor who charges only for advice and does not earn commissions. Avoid anyone who promises get-rich-quick schemes. Ensure your advisor works for your benefit, not theirs. Why self-management is often better. Most people have simple financial needs: saving money, paying off debt, investing in index funds. These are easy to manage on your own. The core message of the book: if you understand the basic rules, you don't need an expensive advisor. Now the question is, if we can manage our money ourselves, should we also be cautious about insurance? And how do we choose the right insurance in the simplest way possible? We'll discover this in the next chapter. Chapter 9. Insurance. Safety net or trap? In this chapter, Tony Robbins explains that insurance is a critical part of financial planning. but many people misunderstand it and end up buying products that harm them financially. The true purpose of insurance. Insurance is not an investment. Its real purpose is to protect you and your family from major financial shocks, such as illness, accidents, or sudden death. It's a risk management tool, not a way to grow money. Essential types of insurance. 1. Health insurance, the most important. Without it, a medical emergency can throw you into massive debt. 2. Term life insurance, a must-have if your family depends on your income. Affordable and provides direct financial protection. 3. Auto insurance, mandatory if you own and drive a vehicle. 4. Homeowners/renters insurance, protects against losses whether you own or rent your home. Insurance products to avoid. Whole life insurance, endowment plans, investment-linked insurance products. These are expensive, offer low returns, and benefit the company and agent, not you. Tips for buying insurance. Choose simple, transparent plans. Set premiums at a level you can comfortably afford. Always read policy documents carefully. Now the question is, once you've learned how to choose the right insurance, can we also find easy and reliable ways to invest? Where can we put our money so that risk is low but growth is guaranteed? The next chapter has the answer. Chapter 10. Keep your life and money simple. In this final principle, Tony Robbins emphasizes that managing money is not as complicated as people think. Most people make their financial planning too complex, which only leads to confusion and stress. Simple, common-sense rules. Good financial decisions don't come from complicated formulas or expert tricks, but from basic, common-sense habits. That's why Tony was able to fit all key ideas on a single index card. Core habits. 1. Control your spending. 2. Don't take on too much debt. 3. Save and invest for the future. 4. Keep your financial products simple. You don't need dozens of investment schemes, multiple credit cards, or complex trading strategies. All you need is discipline and clarity. The industry's trick. The financial industry intentionally makes things complex so people stay dependent on them, allowing the industry to earn more money. The truth. Financial freedom comes from simple habits, not complexity. The principle in one line. Simple is powerful. If you keep your financial life basic, clear, and disciplined, you can be financially secure without needing an expert. If your entire financial life could be managed with just 5 to 6 simple rules, would you dare to keep it simple? Or would you continue getting trapped in complexity? So friends, these were the powerful principles and strategies from Tony Robbins' book, Money, Master the Game. By applying them, you can take control of your financial journey. Remember, money isn't just something to earn. When managed and invested wisely, it can turn your dreams into reality. If you found this video helpful, like and share it with your friends and family so they too can benefit from these financial secrets. And don't forget to subscribe to Invested Intellect, where we bring you practical, easy to understand summaries of the world's best books that can transform your life.